Hey guys, what's up? Dino here with darkgadgets.com. Today we're going to be doing a quick unboxing of Samsung's ATIV S Neo for AT&T. Now this phone retails for $100 on a 2-year contract and $420 off. And we're just going to get straight right into this. Now this is very reminiscent of the Galaxy S3 as far as the body goes. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. We have the quick start guide first off. Let's put that aside. We have the phone in blue, which we'll take a look at in a second. And let's see what else is in here. We get some more manuals. We get the USB cable, the battery, which we are definitely gonna need to power up the phone. And then we also get, of course, the AC adapter so that you can charge this phone through a wall outlet. And yeah, that's what you get in the box. All right, so let's peel off the plastic here. Let's put that aside. And let's peel off the back plastic as well. All right, so the back of the phone is plastic, a lot like the Galaxy S3. And it has a removable back, which of course you remove. And you can put the battery in, which I already did. But you also get access to the micro or the SIM card slot and the micro SD card slot, which allows you to expand the memory with a 32 or 64 gigabyte card, which is awesome since this only comes in 16 gigabytes internal storage. Now the battery is about 2000 milliamps, so you're going to get some really good battery life, but it all of course depends on how you use the software, what apps you're running, and how well the LCD display is going to work out on this phone, since it doesn't have an OLED like other Samsung's phones have now. But yeah, that's what you get in the back, and it's cool that it's removable and you can expand the storage, because if you ever run out, you can just get a bigger SD card slot. Now, of course, the max is 64 gigs on that SD card slot, but that just snaps in back perfectly. Now let's take a closer look at the buttons on the hardware. On the side, we have the volume buttons up and down, which are easy to click. On the top, we have the headphone jack, what seems to be a mic. We have the power off button and lock button. We also have the camera button to, of course, take pictures. The USB cable right there so you can charge your phone or connect it to your computer. And what seems to be another mic. And on the back, we have the 8 megapixel shooter with the flash and speakers. Now this also shoots 1080p video, and hopefully it's good. We'll do a test at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that to see how the quality on the camera is, since I know a lot of people, like to see the quality of the camera on the phone. But yeah, so let's go ahead and click OK here. And on the front, we have the Windows Phone button right there, so you can go back home. And we also have the capacitive buttons right here, so go back and to search. So it's your basic standard array of Windows Phone buttons. You can see it runs everything relatively smooth, and it should, since it has a 1.4 gigahertz dual core processor. So it's not gonna, you don't have the worst specs in the market. They're still relatively good and relatively new. This also has a ATIV Beam, which is basically Galaxy Beam, or that thing where you knock your phones together to transfer data. And there's, of course, things like that. You also get 5 gigabytes of free online cloud storage with AT&T for that AT&T locker. If you have that, that's sweet. And the front has a 1.9 megapixel camera, which also, of course, shoots video. Now the front display, which actually looks pretty good from my perspective right here, although I'm not sure. Let me get a closer look here. Yep, it seems pretty high density. This display is a 4.77 HD, so 1280 by 720 display, and it's LCD again. So, it has a pretty good display. It has, medium to good graphics or specs. So you're getting semi-good specs for a semi-in-the-middle price. This is $420 off contract. My iPhone 5S was $650 off contract. So it's about $200 less. And, you're getting a lot of usage here. But yeah, everything seems to be responsive. I just booted this up. I haven't loaded any apps. This is what it came with. We have, of course, the AT&T apps that they load on there, mobile TV, AT&T Radio, AT&T Locker. and you can sign into all those services and use Windows Phone, which is of course the special thing about this. If you don't like HTC, if you don't like Lumia or Nokia, you can get this, which is the only other phone or the only Samsung phone that runs Windows Phone 8 at AT&T. And this is what they just got in. So I mean, it's, if you don't like the other two, I mean, this is definitely something to search into getting. It seems to run pretty smooth. We're going to do a camera test in a few seconds here. But I mean, if you have any questions about this, feel free to message me. I'll let you know anything about the phone that you ask, but I'm not going to be doing a review on it. Thank you to AT&T for sending this out, and we're going to move over to the camera portion of the video. Goodbye.
Alright guys, so we're going to try out the video recording capabilities on the ATIV S. Now this does have 1080p, so it should record fairly well. We just tap and it starts recording. Let's see the rocks over here. You can kind of see the quality here. It's kind of gloomy outside, so there's not much sunlight, but you can kind of see how well it actually records. Let's get closer here to this. Let's see how the autofocus is. There we go. You can kind of see the stabilization. Doesn't seem to be very good. I kind of have to keep it very stable for it to look good. There you can see the colors look pretty accurate, at least from my perspective. And yeah, I mean, that kind of gives you an idea of how video looks on the ATIV. Alright guys, so we're here at Best Buy and we're going to try out the camera on the ATIV to just see the quality in different lighting conditions. So let's go ahead and, it's a very simple camera app. You just basically tap and it focuses and it takes a picture. And the focusing is pretty fast on it. I mean, you can kind of see there. We just get close to something, tap, and it takes a picture. It does have some options to edit and stuff like that, but nothing too extraordinary that is worth going over. So we're just going to keep taking a few sample pictures here of products so we see just how it looks. And yeah, from my point of view right now, it doesn't look too bad. You can see it's pretty quick, so I mean, if you need to take a quick picture, it'll work. And for $100 on contract, it's not too bad. I mean, as far as, mid-end or mid-range phones go.